Hello chess fans, this is Rick from Chess to Impress with a video on ouch, that is embarrassing. It is about a YouTube short that I put out yesterday. I'm recording this video on Tuesday the 9th of November. Only 17 days till the start of the great match between Carlsen and Nepomniachtchi for the World Championship. And recently I've started to do those YouTube shorts. They are videos of less than 1 minute in portrait format. So most of them are recorded with mobile phones. And I started a little series with this is what every chess player should know, and the first one I was going to show was the famous Smothered Mate. So I showed this position on my chessboard and I said white can win in a very nice way with knight f7 check, king g8 only move, and then knight h6 check, and that is double check. Both the knight and the queen give check to the king. You have to go to h8, and then this beautiful queen sacrifice, queen g8 check, rook has to take, and knight f7 is checkmate. The knight returns to that square and delivers a checkmate. But what I said as well in that video, I said knight f7 check, king g8, knight h6 check, and then I said the king cannot go to f8 because of queen f7 checkmate. But as a few eagle-eyed viewers pointed out, king f8 is an illegal move because there is a pawn on e7. Ouch, that was embarrassing. But I'm in good company, because on the same day something similar happened. In the Tal Memorial Lindorus Abbey Blitz, which followed the FIDE Grand Swiss, which I covered extensively on Chess to Impress, something very odd happened at this moment in the game between Haik Martorzian from Armenia with white and Arjun Erigaisi from India with black. At this moment, Erigaisi was leading the tournament with 9 points out of 9 games. He won them all. Let's have a look at what happened in round 10.
King e6, sure.
I feel like his chances were higher with the bishops
Right, then without.
on the board, because now just rook a1.
Ah, king d4. White put his king in check.
What?
happened there? White played the move king d4. He put his king in check, and he played king e3 d4, and that's why.
So now you have to know which rules they
So
have,
what are the
because
rules?
sometimes
I'm
it's
not sure.
losing the game, and sometimes it's just that
White
one of the
played an
players.
illegal move and pressed the clock, I think. He played king d4. Let's see what happens. Wow, drama.
Okay, if
Player's
black just
smiling
gets
there.
additional 1 minute,
Well, look,
then
they're
it's
taking
not
it in a good spirit
not
anyway.
that tragical. But if it was a loss,
Yeah, imagine losing like that.
So black had just played king e7 to e6, and here white played king e3 to d4, which is an illegal move, like my king f8 in that Smothered Mate video. In some blitz tournaments the rule is that you lose the game after making an illegal move. Sometimes the rule is that the opponent gets another minute on the clock. Thankfully for Martirosyan, the former rule applied in the Lindorus Abbey Blitz tournament, and the game was drawn after 79 moves. So even grandmasters sometimes make illegal moves. Back to the Smothered Mate motif. What I really should have shown is this much simpler position, showing that beautiful tactic. Let's look at it again. Knight f7 check, king g8, knight h6 double check. If you go to f8, now it is possible, then queen f7 is checkmate. So after that double check you have to go into the corner. But then we have that queen sacrifice. You can't take with the king, you have to take with the rook, and knight f7 is checkmate. And as I said in that YouTube short video, if you see this for the first time, you'll never forget it. And if you've seen it before, once or many times, it's always nice to see it again. And this is a beautiful composition with the theme of the Smothered Mate. I don't know who the composer is, but it is very beautiful. It's white to play and win, and there's only one way to do it. And it starts with that beautiful queen sacrifice straight away, queen b8 check. If you take with the rook, then the game is over straight away. So you have to take with the king, there's no other option. Then white plays knight d7 check. King has to go back in the corner. Knight c7 check. And again, black only has one move, you have to take that knight. Rook takes f8 check. Rook c8 and checkmate. Very nice with the queen sacrifice as the key move, the first move from white. But I've saved the best for last. In this position it's white to play and checkmate the black king in 5 moves. It's a composition published in the Deutsche Schachblätter in 1966, and the composer is Alois Johandel. It's easy enough for white to win this game. He can start with knight takes f8, take off that rook, but that will take more than 5 moves. It looks like we can stay with the theme of this video and deliver a nice smothered mate. Let's try that. We'll start with knight c7 check. Black only has 1 move, king b8, and let's try to make it happen. Knight takes a6, double check. If you go to c8, queen c7 is checkmate. So after that double check you have to go to a8. And let's see if it works. Queen b8 check. Rook has to take, and now we want to give checkmate with knight c7. That would be the smothered mate, but unfortunately the knight is pinned. The rook on a7 is a very weird piece, but it does a good job here pinning the knight to the king on a2. But we have another try. Let's go again. Knight c7 check, king b8 only move, and we can try knight takes d5 check. If you go to c8, it is checkmate again, so you have to go to a8. And now we'd love to give checkmate with knight takes b6. That would be checkmate with the queen taking the b8 square away. But unfortunately now the knight is pinned by the bishop on f7. So knight takes b6 is an illegal move. Smothered mates and illegal moves, the theme of this video. So it looks like the smothered mate does not work. Well, you can look for yourself. It's not easy to find a solution. It is a beautiful first move. The only way white can deliver checkmate in 5 moves is by starting with king a2 to a1. How can that be the solution? Let's first see what the threat is. If it was white to move again, then he would play knight c7 check, king b8 only move, knight takes d5 check, king a8, and knight takes b6 is checkmate, because there is no longer a king on a2, so there is no pin from the bishop on f7. And that was the point of king a1. So let's put that move on the board again, and let's see if we can defend against this with black, because we played 2 moves for white. One logical move is bishop a5 to protect that b6 square so that it will not be checkmate on that square. But then it works also. Knight c7 check, king b8, because then we have the other variation. Knight takes a6 check, which did not work before, but now it does. King has to go back to a8. We see the queen sacrifice now in its fullest glory. Rook takes b8 is forced, and knight c7 checkmate does work, because there's a bishop on a5, which means the knight is no longer pinned. Magical! Alois Johandel, 1966. And you can look for yourself, but there's no defense for black that works. The solution to this composition is king a1, and then we'll see the black king being checkmated in a total of 5 moves. I hope you enjoyed this video on illegal moves and smothered mates. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe to the Chess to Impress channel, and please leave a comment. I will read them all and I will reply to them all. If you liked the video, it would be great if you could share it on social media by clicking the share button on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram, on Twitter and on Facebook. This is Rick for Chess to Impress. Thank you for watching.